Steve Johnson, Teamtops Coaching, and today's subject is rest periods or recovery periods in between sets. Now, I see a lot of people in the gym, and particularly when they're training by themselves, they can lose direction in between sets and can be sat on a piece of equipment and it's like, I wonder when I should do my next set, or they'll get fixated on a TV, or they'll be watching somebody else, or they'll get into a conversation and the rest period can become a long period of time. This can be non-beneficial to improvements and progress when you're training. So for myself, what I find that really works well for me is timing my rest periods on a smartwatch. So the benefit of a smartwatch is the fact that I can set a countdown on there, and generally at the moment it's 45 seconds between sets. Gives me enough recovery time to be able to perform the next set to the best of my ability. Remember, I'm a bodybuilder, I'm not lifting for big heavy lifts, I'm trying to push myself, but it's about muscle breakdown for me. So powerlifters would take a longer period of time, and likewise somebody who's trying to work on the fitness and stamina levels would take a shorter period of time. But for me, 45 seconds, and for a reason of this post, 45 seconds is great for me. So what I'll do is when I finish a set and I've performed my set, so like here we're on a seated bench press machine, if I complete a set of 8 reps, that's what my target would be. Finish my set of 8 reps and straight away I'll go onto my timer and I'll press the button and it'll count down from 45 seconds. Then if somebody's going to talk to me, or I want to drift and watch TV, or I want to stay focused. If I want to stay focused, it's generally headphones on and I go into my own little world. And sometimes in between sets I might be pacing up and down, but I know that I can forget about that rest period because my phone's going to, my watch is going to vibrate and let me know when that rest period's over. And it's a great tool for getting that mind straight back into the game for that next set and not going, do I feel like doing it or don't I? Most people will go longer with the rest periods rather than shorter. So you would have lost that pump and the ability to break down that muscle tissue. So that's a great tip I can bestow upon you. It's great when you've got a training partner because you don't have to think about it, because they do a set, you do a set, they do a set, you do a set, and this is where training partners are really good. But training partners can be a blessing or they can be a curse, and certainly if they're a curse if they don't have the same mindset as you, who's wanting to push hard and wanting to talk in between sets. That was going to have a negative effect on your progress, and if you're wanting to get in there all the time. So I find that if I've got a great training partner, fantastic, but if I don't, the timer is probably one of my best training partners I've ever had, to be honest with you, because I can go and be really selfish and go into my own little world and train and push really hard. I do have the ability to be able to push through those painful reps, so it works really well for me. So bit of advice, get a smartwatch. We have stopwatches here that I try and say to us members, if I notice them taking long periods of time in between sets, say use a stopwatch if you're getting lost. You know, the worst thing you see people now, this is the way the world is now, they'll get the mobile phone out in between sets, and I defy anybody to start writing a message in between sets that keeps their rest period under 45 seconds. It just doesn't happen. You get distracted and it takes a longer period of time, and if you ask that person how long has your rest period been there, they wouldn't be able to tell you. So you're going to the gym to train, not to play on your mobile phone. Put your phone out of the way or use it as a timer. Same thing, just use it as a timer, don't use it for anything else, and then you can always catch up on your messages afterwards. So great tip, countdown timer on your watch or your phone or a stopwatch, works great for me. Steve Johnson, Teamtops Coaching.